Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Hari Om everybody. The perspective behind a beautiful book, The Ultimate Gift. Huh? Huh? Ultimate gift. And பக்கத்துல பக்கத்துல gift of work. He who loves his work never labors. Gift of money. Money is nothing more than a tool. It can be a force for good, a force for evil, or simply be idle. It's a wonderful exposition, writing to understand theory as well as story is also there. Gift of friends. It's a wealthy person indeed who calculates riches not in gold but in friends. Gift of learning. Education is a lifelong journey where whose destination expands as you travel. Education, gift of learning. Gift of work, gift of money, gift of friends, gift of learning. Then gift of problems. Problems can only be avoided by exercising good judgment. Good judgment can only be gained by experiencing life's problem. Nice, nice. You all learn only from problems. So problems are not to be condemned. But beautifully put. family. Some people are born into wonderful families, others have to find or create them. Being a member of a family is a priceless privilege which costs nothing but love. This is written by an Westerner, not an Indian figure. Hmm. Eh?
She's asking what were the points, one by
One
one.
minute. 1 minute. There are 18 points. First of all, I will bring it on. You may have to
Put it all one by one.
you put it at the same time.
Yes.
Gift of laughter. Laughter is a good medicine for the soul. Our world is desperately in need of much more such medicines. Everything we are looking at as a gift, as a gift, as a gift. Peace Pilgrim says opportunity. Problems are opportunities in disguise. Gift of dreams. Faith is all that dreamers need to see into the future. Something more has to be taken out. Gift of giving. Ah, the only way you can truly get more out of life for yourself is to give part of yourself away. The only way you can truly get. And this writer is a blind person. The gift of gratitude. In those times when we yearn to have more in our lives,
Mm.
we should dwell on the things we already have. In doing so, we will often find that our lives are already full to overflowing. Contentment எത്ര அழகா சொல்றாரு. We should dwell on the things we already have. In doing so, we will often find that our lives are already full to overflowing. Gift of a day. Life at its essence boils down to one day at a time. Today is the day. Gift of love. Gift, gift of love. Love is a treasure for which we can never repay. We can never pay. The only way we keep it is to give it away. Love is a treasure for which we can never pay. The only way we keep it is to give it away. Okay, right? Never is reach. Love na like
No, you give
Not
love,
by-
you get.
not by paying you get. The more you give,
The more you get.
that is love. And the ultimate gift. In the end, life lived in its fullest is its own ultimate gift. So how many are there now? Gift of work, gift of money, gift of friends, gift of learning, gift of problems, gift of problems, then gift of family, gift of laughter, gift of dreams, imagination, gift of giving, gift of gratitude, gift of a day, gift of love, ultimate gift. How do we approach this? We say gift, gift, gift.
No point, sir.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
You can catch it from the reverse order, Samji. You can catch it from the reverse order. In the sense that suppose we
There is
take
no
up
chronology.
family.
There is no chronology nowadays.
Not in the chronology. That's not what I mean, Samji. Suppose we're taking up the gift of what do you say, family. Family has its challenges, but at the same time, this has its
The correlate with the
Yeah,
problems.
yeah. You started with the negative, reach to the positive for each.
Correlate with it.
Yeah. Correlate with it.
There are 13 gifts.
So we know at the end of it that it's a gift. We acknowledge it being a gift.
So the message is that we should treat it as a gift.
Yes. But to understand it is a gift, first we overcome the challenge of it and then realize it is a gift.
Love, joy, all that. One cup together.
Hmm.
Gift.
Work, money, friends, learning, problems, family, laughter, dreams, giving, gratitude, day, love. Suppose you remove the gift.
Huh.
These are all the
Huh.
things which we have
That
now.
we deal with daily. Then look at the downside of it. But then overcoming the downside, how we realize it is a gift.
Ironically,
Huh.
you have to begin from the down bottom punch.
Can I add some more gifts?
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Huh.
How this approach will change a young man, an avaricious person, about a youngster who was leading a spendthrift life, no? Not at all a responsible life. How he changed into a evolved soul, I will look deep. That is put in this way. And where it is not a philosophy, a field was given to him, and he brings it out like this. There is a transformation from a indolent or a irresponsive or responsible boy's behavior.
Callous.
Hmm?
Callous by nature.
He was having a loose life, not at all
It was
taking life as a serious challenge. From that, he became a very evolved soul. The transformation took place in him.
That way you can say Arunagirinathar.
Okay.
Arunagirinathar. Simple.
Eh?
Arunagirinathar.
I think
He just changed, then he returned that one.
that it is through a
Bracket.
process of work. The transformation does not come by itself. By subjecting oneself to go through certain processes, not by any philosophy, not by lecture, not by provision. Each field made him to come out of it right from the start. How do we do sort of thinking?
Because he overcame that challenge, then he realized that it is a gift. No, Ramji. Each point. It first came to him as a challenge, which he had to resolve. In the life also, when we look at it, Ramji, each of our things is a challenge first. Then as it gets resolved, you start realizing it is a gift. It's
But
here
it
for
is-
my evolution.
But
It's
provided
for
he
me
get
to become a better
opportunity,
person.
he get the opportunity to change himself.
No,
Yeah, it's a part of our evolution for making ourselves better human
Yeah.
beings.
a person who gets things done, he is a wealthy person. He will not know that work is a gift. Just pay something and he gets a subordinate for anything and everything somebody does it. He doesn't do anything by himself. So the message is, according to us, we have to do some thinking. So when we say gift of work, we realize later that it is a gift. He was a self-centered person. But when he was forced to take up one job, he used to get things done. No, you have to do it by yourself. Fencing work, for example, barbed wire fencing. Suppose if you hand in, you, you will have bruises, cuts, so and so, pain, so many things. So he was subjected to go through that particular form. Only after working it out, he knew something is there, something is there, something is there.
Work
Gifted,
work of joy, that in one topic we I read it in the knowledge of completed job, completed task. The person start the work, when he completed, he get a satisfaction, yes, I could complete.
if we learn from our own life, if the work becomes a gift only when, as you said, after some time, when we start enjoying the fruits of it, like not fruits, like
The process itself,
the process.
touch of love, touch of dedication,
Right.
touch of perfection, and touch
The
of
person who
gratitude.
does that,
That final acceptance of gift is the gratitude part of it, which comes
the
out.
person who wants to work,
Huh.
he should enjoy that work.
Huh,
Otherwise,
huh.
that
Otherwise,
doesn't complete.
otherwise you could not call it a
Complete,
gift.
yeah.
Otherwise, you cannot call it a gift. You just call it cumbersome
And then he
task.
get the work satisfaction himself.
I think we are struggling to find an answer intellectually. Order is nice. First, we have to plunge into activities,
Hmm.
whatever it may be, and then that plunging in gives us a lot of knowledge, experience,
Sense of fulfillment.
Realization of that work.
sense of fulfillment. In between, challenges will come,
And
and
overcoming.
challenges, when we go through that, we learn. Our learning becomes more and more. In this ultimate gift, we have to give a different perspective.
What does he term it as? Something the ultimate gift? What does he term it as? The ultimate gift?
In the end,
Huh.
life lived to its fullest
A life lived to the fullest.
is its own ultimate gift.
Life lived to the
The
fullest.
life itself becomes an ultimate
And
gift. And suppose we look back, for the middle-aged and the older people, when they look back, we may have trouble to understand some meaning out of it.
yes.
Because today, what we have, it is because of what we have gone through.
Yes.
But for a
Yes.
youngster, it may be difficult.
Experience.
So the mind of a youngster is portrayed through that character. Steve's, that is his name. And then his uncle, who foresaw this ultimately, who foresaw it, he is guiding. So we have to view it in that way. A novice, or what you want, a beginner. A beginner may not know. Beginner may not know. Think about it.
Hmm.
Beginner may not know the importance. But only when we go through that, we find that importance.
Yes.
A person who has gone through all these things, we have to put ourselves on that process. And there is various processes. And the process is making us to feel the relevance of that particular one. Laughter, dream, giving, gratitude, like that. No. So how do I understand that?
Samji, I personally look at it one way. Huh? We must be driven by an ideal which is larger than us. Only then, when we go through the process, there is some sort of a joy. Because of that, it automatically pushes us towards it. Huh? Now, suppose the same tasks which we are doing, we give it to say XYZ, say for example Aishwarya or everyone else to do. For them, it is a task. It is not a part of doing, trying to achieve something greater. So they do it as a task and gets frustrated, bored, and don't want to do it. So basically, I feel personally that it is the ideal that you hold above the whole thing, and you work towards it. No matter what you do in the process, everything keeps on giving joy, and you start realizing this is also gift, this is also gift, this is also a gift.
Means
One
you
perspective, but
Huh.
initially we may not.
task oriented. Other person you are giving the task oriented. Other you are given the job to. They said, okay, I'm completing.
Huh.
In that there is no joy.
There is no joy for them. That is what I'm
Because you
saying.
are telling, I'm doing.
That's it. Because it.
There
Whereas,
is-
whereas if you're working for an ideal,
Yes.
there is a different
That
perspective
is-
to the whole thing.
Yeah. So two differences there.
Because when we are looking back, at that time there is no ideal, accepting an ideal to serve our parents. We plunged into the work to serve our parents. We joined the community to serve our parents. That was only, if you call it as an ideal, that is it. But otherwise, no. But the sweetness of work, the sweetness of human relations, the sweetness of all facilities, situations, the sweetness of various objects that were not in our mind, but that we came to learn one by one as we plunged into the activities. At that time, there was no ideal. Ah, this is our experience. For example, we did not know how to write a letter in English. Okay, so when we joined my Madras only, so when the section head asked us to reply to a customer's letter, we have gone from Wayanad, in Malayalam medium, accepting the grammar and some idea about the language, nothing deep. So how are we to do that? We cannot do that. So then the section kept on persisted that you try. I'm here, you try. Then we write a letter draft.
They say you go see the old file, go through it, just learn.
We did not say that, but he said you try in your own way. So we started writing. It would have been, we don't know how it would, but he never condemned it. He never criticized. He never found fault with it. But he said, don't you think it will be presented like this? Don't you think that it is reworded like that? That in that way he encouraged. And uh, then slowly we started writing letters, and then he used to correct. Okay, and when one fine morning he said, "Now you don't show me. You start writing." So when we look back now, we can understand. When he made me to plunge into it, it was not a challenge. It was a suggestion from him. I could have rejected, but we recognizing his love for us. Somewhere here we have to write this also. The expertise we get from working came out only because of the field given to us.
And the guidance.
The expertise will not will accompany even when we leave the company. It's a very important point. See, how do you know that you have got this capacity to give it? Unless a field is given. You don't know cooking, but I tell you, why don't you start cooking? No, I don't know. Start cooking. You may commit blunders. Salt may be more, spices will be less, something like that. But one or two or three times you cook that, you get an expert. So this expertise came, okay, and once you get that expertise, it will not leave you. It is there with you. Even if you leave, suppose I am the hotelier, and then I have given you this job. Even if you resign and go, whatever expertise that has been given to you by that hotel comes with you.
Yeah, that is a practical experience.
Yeah. Practice is makes perfection.
Practice.
It makes
Practice
perfection.
brings perfection. Practice brings
Then the
perfection.
third one is that when, because of our efficiency, expertise, or whatever you call it, we may feel we are underpaid. We should get more. We should have been getting more. Then he told us, nothing wrong in asking for an increase, but you should know when you are pining for an employment, this company gave you the field for you. So on the first, when did you join at that particular test? And then you can demand anything. When you are pining for an employment, the company gave you. So these things, how to inculcate our loyalty toward the company. First, not hard work. The expertise we get,
First, gratitude.
first we should know that it is the company which gave us a field. Ah. Now computer may be there. Ashramdra various of work will be there. And I don't know anything about computer technology or computer knowledge. But when somebody said, we were all having typewriter only, we have no idea about all these things. But one friend,
Intention. There is no their intention.
so he came and said, we are, somebody gifted a computer and it was placed in the
Reception. Reception.
information jail. You put a, what do you call, partition there, and then put all these things. And we put a man who can handle it. And I was in the first row with the typewriter. Because I thought I will not be able to take all those things to my head. You have no background, no academic background at all. So he used to come and say, please come, please come. So forcibly, because of his pressure and love, we went there. And then he will show me this, show me this, show me this. And then when he made us to get advantages of this, rather than the typewriting, when it was enthused, then we started loving the work. Application. You still don't know the theory. Application to some extent, whatever work we need, we can somehow manage. That's all. Get stuck up, I can't do anything. I have to cross them. So the idea is, what we have learned is, when somebody out of their love, so the ashram provided a field for us to learn. If ashram has not provided that field, because of ashram, somebody donated.
One more point is there in this. Ashram may provide the field. Ashram may provide the resource. That same resource may be available to XYZ or others also. But if that inclination and desire to learn and to move forward with it is not there in the person also.
Hey, everywhere. Are they everywhere?
This is the same
Not
thing,
only.
Ramji.
We are talking about the positive side. Why
Aspiration.
do we bring the negative side?
Correct.
We are trying to learn how this expertise came from me. Unless a field is given,
Yes.
Ah. and the field is given by that institution. So that means, the gratitude or something, whatever it may be, we know the relevance, how God has planned He has given us the expertise inside, but he has provided a field for us to bring it out. Until it is brought out, you do not know that you can handle it.
Swamiji, the situation where we come from family or where we need to get a job, then we said no, we must learn because if I don't do it, I lose the job. So I must learn. That is the
Motivation.
Motivation and the force that I must
No,
learn.
of course, this one changes from person to person.
That's
In our case, it is not that we will be thrown out.
In those days, it was not like that.
No, no. Maybe those days it was not like that. Today, as you said, it is like that.
Today, it is like that.
That's right. But this ethics, this professional ethics, we must discuss with the youngsters because when we were working, there is a bondage, with
They're
the
bonding.
employer. Even today, we feel, though we left the company in 1968, we left the estate in 1989, but still the expertise or what you call the relationship we have, the loyalty we have, the gratitude we have, it is still fresh in our mind. So there is a what you call emotional bondage, ethical, professional ethics was there. The professional ethics helped us to become one with our what you call we cherish even today, Technically, we are away from that place, but still we are very much with it because we are grateful. Everything, whatever we do now, for having come to ashram. If we have not come to ashram, all these computer knowledge or the whatever books we have, all those things we do not have come at all because it gave us a platform. So we are only by remembering the platform, remembering the field. The field is not created by us. Yeah, that is the first one. A doctor does not create the patients. A lawyer does not create the clients. A teacher does not produce students. But he becomes an expert doctor only when he treats a good patient. A hotelier does not create clients. But because of the quality he maintains, when it is acknowledged by or responded by clients, then the field, we should know that. He may have expertise, but unless the field is there, how can he do that? And the field is not created by him. This we should keep on bringing it up. This is how we look at it. Field is not created by us. So when God gave us this prompting to bring out this expertise, he said, I should know that it is not because of me that I have mastered it. It is because of the field where he would put challenges also, agreed. But every challenge, refined. So I must be always conscious that the field is not produced by me. I can say when I went through the curriculum, I would have learned my brilliance or brain, something like that. But no, it has no use unless if it is not put to practice. I learn, I undergo 5 years of MBBS, 2-3 years of PG, and I come out. But unless I treat the patients and the success is there, nobody will come to me.
Yeah. That's why they give practice.
So the idea is, so we should be grateful, not that I am efficient.
Doctor, the practice is very important.
Field is not created by us. God provides us in the form of patients. God provides us in the form of customers for selling. God provides us in the form of clients, everything. So He is giving the expertise, but in order to flower that expertise, He gives the field. If I am conscious of it, the me and mine will get reduced. I am expert. You will not say that. I am an expert in this. No, you will never say that. And these are all verifiable facts, not a dictum or a dogma. You prepare a dish. How do you know that the dish is wonderful? Yeah. When I say it is wonderful, when you give and I say I enjoy it, and when I tell you, you are happy because the effort it has come.
Yeah.
Unless I say that, how will you know? So the field is not created by the giver.
Appreciate. Make a emphasis. Appreciate. A man who appreciates the emphasis.
What else? Money, gift of what? Something we have to do that, okay? That is there. Next one is gift of money. So one friend, very honest, straightforward, very efficient person. He told another one, shamelessly earn and then do charitable work. They are doing it even today. It is not merely at all. So that means day and night they work hard. And because of, in our language, because of dedication, concentration, focused attention, it comes out and it is well rewarded by the employer. He earns a lot. Then keeping only something for him, the rest of the money also goes for others. Charitable work. So he says gift of money. Money is nothing more than a tool. It can be a force for good, a force for evil, or simply be idle. You can keep putting in the FD. But suppose you are very clear. You must earn. You must earn righteously, not in a devious method. You must earn righteously by hard work. And then suppose you say, why are you earning more? God has created so many needy persons also. So for that, so money is not bad. Earning money is not bad.
How you utilize.
And so you work hard and earn money. Spend it for us. Gift of friends. Gift of friends. We remember in our life, yes. Many have helped us with no condition attached. Uh, Still, we are grateful to them. Gift of friends.
Those friends, they are coming to the handy when need of the work. That is the best.
And whatever category, we try to learn from our own experience so that it doesn't become academic. Instead of sending to parents this 60 rupees, 100 rupees, one day we thought we should send something solid so that he can clear the liabilities. So where is the money? Then a Malayali in Chennai, Malayali, he started city chit funds. I don't know whether it is there now. So then somehow we came to know 30 months, 200 rupees a month, 6,000 rupees.
And you have to bid them.
Now, bidding. So we went and discussed. He said yes. Our salary was 225 or something like that, 250 rupees. So he readily said, okay, you have to get a surety, that's all. Then you bid. So our idea was to bid in the first itself. You can go up to 4,500 rupees. 1,500 rupees you have to lose. So when the company has to release 4,500 rupees, I have to give them a surety also. And every month according to the bidding and I will have to pay. So after no. So the first 200 rupees you have to pay, no? First 200 rupees, full, without bidding. Oh, I guess on Sunday in our room, we were deeply contemplating how to raise this amount. So one of our colleagues came, he immediately looked at me and what is bothering you? I said, why should you? Cannot understand those language or story because you have only mother to look after, and with the salary, it's perfectly all right. Our case is not like that. You have to send money to pay. Immediately, so I said, I'm looking for the first 200 rupees I have to make. I don't have much money. I have to give her. Immediately, he put everything in his pocket. And then, whatever came complete, he placed it on our table. And then he went out to his toilet, to the toilet days. So I started counting. It came to 176 rupees. Big amount on those days. Then I had to put only 24 rupees. Problem was solved. So when he came back, I asked him, you did not count. And you did not ask me when I will give back. He immediately in Malayalam, no, he's a Malayali. So he said, Pattamma is still a petty mindedness. When you give, it should not be because you have in your pocket, somebody is in need, you are giving, that's all. If you are destined to get back, you will get back. That's all right. Now at the moment it is there in your pocket. Somebody is in need of it. And the need is expressed. You give. This is how life should be. Not your learning, not going to your Gita lectures, not going to learning philosophy. So gift of friends. "60 years back this had happened. Still it's fresh in our mind. The way in which he said and went out. Only in 2-3 months we could pay him back. But that attitude, unlike today money flow is there. Those days there is no money flow. No? Money flow is not gift of friends. It is a wealthy person indeed who calculates his riches not in gold but in friends. Gift of learning. Education is a lifelong journey whose destination expands as you travel. So there is no full stop. Education. Education is a lifelong journey whose destination expands as you travel.
So, same like that experience also.
Beautiful.
Same like that experience also.
Gift of problems. Problems can only be avoided by exercising good judgments. Good judgment can only be gained by experiencing life's problems.
True.
So you cannot avoid problems. Problems are opportunities in disguise.
In come many ways. Problems are in come many ways.
Gift of family. இன்னைக்கு அதெல்லாம் எங்கேயோ ஆயிருக்கு ஃபேமிலியே இல்லையே இப்போ பியூட்டிஃபுல் ஸ்ரீராம் So gift of work, gift of money, gift of friends, gift of learning. It is all very clear, yeah. Education is a lifelong journey whose destination expands as you travel. Every day there is a new thing, you know. Every day. Okay. Gift of problems. Problems can be when we look back. I think all these things we should learn from our own life. Problems can only be avoided by exercising good judgment. Good judgment can only be gained by experiencing life's problem. Yeah. Gift of family. Some people are born into wonderful families. Others have to find or create them. Being a member of a family is a priceless privilege which costs nothing but love. Only gift of family. Mataji used to say that, no, universal love, it's all right. First, you should start from your own home. God has given you the first field, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, you know. Try to expand from me to that family, then to the community, then to the society, then to the world at large. So the family is not to be belittled, family relations. Only because of that, we try to learn so many things. Suppose I am alone. If I don't have this feeling, what is the purpose of my life initially? When you have family, you have to maintain a family. Yeah. There should be a harmonious setup in your family. So the family has got its own relevance. We don't mean that one should get married or one should be not like that. Family is a family. You are a part of the family. You can also have your own family. Family, yes. Gift of laughter. Laughter is a good medicine for the soul. Our world is desperately in need of more such medicine because laughter that relaxes everything. We were told in every satsang, Papa will have something for everybody to laugh, and he will also laugh. Everybody took it as Sare, always laughing, but there is a deeper meaning because it is due to laughter you get out of the me and mine at least for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. That is why the laughter comes, you know.
Yeah. Laughter comes
It becomes
yeah.
the joy becomes expressive through laughter, even if it is for a shortest time.
Good.
Uh, Laughter is a good medicine. Okay. Gift of dreams, imagination. That is what dreams I meant. Faith is all that dreamers need to see into the future. Faith in the future. Imagination. Subrata said,
If you can dream it, you can. Somebody will live in
no,
it.
imagination.
Is everything. If you can dream it, somebody
No,
will
no,
live in it.
that is not the word.
Or something else paraphrased.
Not the Imagination is everything. If you can imagine, you can create it. If you
Correct.
create it, you
Somebody will live in it. Somebody will live in it. Something like that.
why something.
It's gone from the head. Somebody.
Live in it. Somebody live something like that.
I live in it. Maybe he lived in that. Yeah, that. Something like that. Someone will live in it.
Imagination is everything. If you can imagine a future, we can create it. If you can create that future, others will live in it. That is the essence of success.
So that is
I think these 5 points also you can take.
Yes, Samji.
I measure my success in terms of the sense of larger connectedness. Imagination. Very good. Very good. So that is positive. Gift of giving. The only way you can truly get more out of life for yourself is to give part of yourself away in terms of your knowledge, love, and possessions. When you give it, you find joy. Yeah. Then only it becomes a gift. Very gift of gratitude. In those times, when we want to have more in our lives, we should dwell on the things we already have. In doing so, we will often find that our lives are already full to overflowing. Because we always refer to our past life. Yeah. Compared to that, we are in palace. We are in 10th standard, 10th, 5
Seven
10 star,
star. Seven
10
star.
star. If there is only 5 star,
Seven
we
star.
can put it as 10 star.
Okay, 10 star.
Because compared to our life lived, contentment. Life at its essence boils down to one day at a time. One day,
One
one
task
work
at a time.
So ultimately, the day is not given to us. How will we bring it out? Gift of love. Love is a treasure for which we can never pay. The only way we keep it is to give it away. Papa, love begets love. Kindness begets kindness. It gets multiplied by love. Love is a treasure for which we can never pay. Otherness, the absence of otherness, then it is not there. Commercial relationship, not a true relationship. The only way keep love, the only way we keep it is to give it away. When love is expressed, you give it away, yeah.
And we receive in return.
You receive love, you give it. But you are not worried about receiving. To you only is the giving. And it comes on
Automatically.
And then finally the ultimate gift. In the end, life lived to its fullness is its own ultimate gift. Oh, it's already 4:30. We'll try it. Tomorrow we'll try. Beautiful. 13 gifts. വരൂ
Yes, sir.
എവിടുന്നാ വരുന്നത്?
They were outside, they walking, I brought them in.
അങ്ങനെ വന്നു പോയൊരു കാര്യമുണ്ടോ? നമ്മുടെ സ്ഥാപനത്തിൽ വന്നു, ഒറ്റപ്പെട്ട സ്ഥലമാണ്, ഇരിക്കാം, നമുക്ക് സംസാരിക്കാം, പക്ഷെ എന്താണെന്ന് അറിയണ്ടേ? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നാളെ ഏതെങ്കിലും
Nama book, Swami? No.
No.
This one.
No.
This one.
No.
That's this.
No, മലയാളം
Oh.
മലയാളം മലയാളം
ഇതെല്ലാം മലയാളം സാർ.
എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും വായിക്കണം. ഒന്ന് കണ്ണു തുറന്ന് ഒന്ന് വായിച്ചാൽ ഒരു അരമിനിറ്റ് കേട്ടാ, അപ്പോൾ ഇതിലേക്ക് ഇറങ്ങാൻ പറ്റും.
ഗാലറി ഉണ്ട്.
They saw the gallery.
വെറുതെ ആശ്രമത്തിൽ വന്നിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ചിരിച്ച് സംസാരിച്ചിട്ട് പോയാൽ ശരിയാവില്ല.
Sorry.
അതിന്റെ ഇതിനൊരു ദൗത്യമുണ്ടല്ലോ, ഇല്ലേ? ആളുകൾക്കൊന്ന് ഇരുന്നിട്ട് ചൊല്ലിട്ട് പോകാനല്ല, അതിനൊരു ദൗത്യമുണ്ട്. ആ ദൗത്യം മനസ്സിലാക്കാനുള്ളൊരു ഫീൽഡാണ്. ദയവായിട്ട് അടുത്ത് വരുമ്പോൾ ഉള്ളിലേക്ക് ഇറങ്ങാൻ വേണ്ടി നോക്കുക. ശരി, എവിടെ നിന്ന് വരുന്നു? ശരി. Ultimate gift. Various gifts. See. That also you have.
Subrata
See
Bachi.
whether the Subrata Bachi also put, and you see whether it can come as a separate one or in the same
In
one.
combining that. I'll take this also.
Shri Ram. Om Shri Ram.
Sorry, water, one, these are two. I'll take the file, Swami.
Ultimately,
Swami today we
Prasad Nandaji क्या? Prasad Nandaji.
She sleeps inside now.
Today, at what time you are leaving?
6.
Morning that day, Prasad. Oh,
He said he will take later.
What time you know English?
Should I move?
உங்களுக்கு தந்தாச்சா?
இல்ல, நான் காலையில தான் கிளம்புறேன்.
காலையில் வந்து
காலையில கிளம்புறேன்.
உங்களுக்கு
காலை 8 மணிக்கு ஆகும் வாங்கிட்டேன். நான் காலை 8 மணிக்கு கிளம்புறேன்.
சரி 8 மணிக்கு நாங்கள் வருவோம்.
நான் கிளம்புறேன்.
நீங்கள் 8 மணிக்கு வரல.
நான் இப்போ வரேன்.
ஒன் மோர் இங்கிலீஷ் ஆகலாம் இல்லையா?
தமிழ்.
தமிழ் 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 ஜாதா
What to give you? Oh, that.